Alright, welcome to my kitchen and this cooking tutorial called Cooking with Torbs. In this video I will share my favorite recipe to meal prep. I promise you it's a quick, tasty and super healthy meal that you can make no matter your cooking skills. I personally eat this several times per week, either as my lunch or as a dinner. And it's very easy to prepare in bulk and just take out of the fridge whenever you are short on time. And that even without needing to heat it up. So what is this magical recipe, you might ask?
Well, it's called a Chicken Bulgur Bowl. And if you are a vegan, I will also prepare a vegan alternative at the end to, save the planet.
So let me break down how I meal prep 4 meals of this recipe in less than 30 minutes.
First, let me show you the tools you need to prepare this meal. You would need a casserole, a frying pan, a knife, and something to cut on. Just be careful with the lamp. And finally, some containers to store all the goodness we are cooking. I personally prefer using glass containers, as adding warm food to plastic Tupperware can actually reduce testosterone for us men long term. And of course, showing you the actual ingredients would also be helpful. If not, this would be a pretty bad cooking video. If you are wondering about the macronutrients, well, if you follow the prescribed portion sizes, each bowl contains 600 calories and a whopping 65 grams of protein.
But before we start, you can also access the full recipe and shopping list of this or many other recipes, all from the convenience of an app by clicking the link in the description, all for free. So with that being said, let's get to it.
The first step is to prepare the chicken breast. And here's a bonus tip. Start with heating the oven to 200 degrees Celsius, and you will learn why in a second. First, give the chicken a few minutes on both sides in a pan just to give it a nice crust. Then we add some seasoning of choice. Personally, I use a Creole mix, but feel free to use whatever you have. Then we finish off the chicken in the oven for about 10 minutes. This will prevent the chicken from getting dry compared to only frying it in a pan. See you later. Now that the proteins are cooking, let's look at the carbs. I usually use bulgur, but you can replace it with couscous or quinoa if you prefer. Start with boiling the amount of water recommended on the packet. If you need further instructions on how to boil water, I would be concerned. When the water boils, simply add the bulgur and let it cook for about 10 minutes. Alright, so now that we have our proteins and carbs cooking, let's get chopping. First, we have the fennel. If you don't have it or can find it in the store, it's not a must. In fact, none of these ingredients are essential, it's just a tried and tested combination that I've found to work in harmony. Alright, let's start putting everything together. We start off with a salad base. I personally use a kale mix as it lasts longer than, for example, spinach when mixed with warm food. Speaking of, let's add simply give it a nice mix before we start introducing its friends. Oops, I almost forgot the chicken. Remember to take it out of the oven. You know that the chicken is ready when the meat is white inside. If it's slightly pink, then it needs more time. Now let's go back to building our salad bowl. Add the tomatoes, sun-dried tomatoes, the spring onion, the fennel, before giving it a nice mix. Now this huge bowl would be sufficient for 4 decent sized portions that could last for several days in the refrigerator. Now let's start distributing this tasty and nutritious salad base into portion sized containers. In this example, I will create 3 chicken versions while saving some for the 4th vegan option. Now let's finish up these chicken bulgur salads with some olives, feta cheese, and balsamic vinegar if you like. Usually I prefer adding the balsamic vinegar right before I'm going to eat the salad. Now, these salads are now ready to be placed in the refrigerator and can last for several days. And the beauty is that it can be eaten even without being heated up in the first place. So I'll just pick it out of the refrigerator whenever I am hungry. And that is a critical success factor for weight loss and eating healthy long term. Alright, lastly, let's prepare a vegan alternative. We start by cutting up tofu as our vegan protein source. Then give it a few minutes in the pan and season it with your seasoning of choice. I also use the Creole seasoning I used on the chicken. Now, I have to admit, I used up all the salad base for the first 3 portions, so I will quickly create another one, this time with spinach. I could probably say that this was intentional to show you an alternative salad base and edit out that last part, but let's keep it in there to give this video a little human touch. Now, mix the tofu with the salad base before adding it into a container. And sparkle it with whatever tasty ingredients you might like. And top it with, for example, balsamic vinegar.
Alright, so I hope you enjoyed this video. I'm definitely quite hungry now and we'll have one of these. But if you want more videos on nutrition, make sure to like this video and subscribe to my channel. And as a bonus, to get this and many other recipes that will help you lose fat, feel better and perform well, click the link in the description to get access to my app. So I hope that helps. Torps.